Hello everybody, this is Lilla, and I'm sitting outside on my lanai where I'm going to paint some fabric. I wanted to embroider a couple of applique cottages, you know, those cottages I do. This is a Welsh cottage, and I've put on already some little appliques of coloured flowers that I picked up out of fabric, I think, fabric squares or something. So I cut those out and I stitched them on. Because I'm doing this backwards, I should have done it in the reverse order. Now I want to paint the background a bit. So I've already, I hope you can see that, can you? See how it is, yeah. I've already sprayed it with water, and my method is, this is already dry, and this was acrylic paint for the cottage and the little fence. That was acrylic, so spraying the water on now, because it was dry and ironed and so forth, it's just fine. It's not bleeding. But I want to put in also on this one just a little bit of background. This one I've already put some trees in and a little bit of a wash in the sky, up there in the sky, and down at the bottom there's a little path I put in. But I wanted to put a little bit of colour, maybe, that might denote flower beds, because it'll be stitched over anyway. Also, I brought out just a couple of trims that I want to paint that'll go on this. The pale pink at the moment, which is not good, but I'm going to paint those as well and let them dry, and those will be, you know, trees, or I'm not sure. I also want to sort of denote a bit of a path there, and it's going to be a little tricky because I know that the paint will probably bleed now, because I'm not going to use acrylic for the path. I'm just going to use some watercolors for everything. It's easier. So just a minute ago, off camera, I painted some blue on for some sky color. And the brushes I'm using are two old brushes, sort of a wedge brush and just a brush, regular brush, because I call this a mop brush. I don't know what you call it, but I call it a mop brush because it's really good for just covering a lot of space. So the next thing to do is I'm going to put a little path, and I'm going to take some different two browns, I should have brought, where's my cloth? I needed my rag here. One of my rags, I've got many, so I can tell how. Oh yeah, that looks like that's going to be okay. So there's the door, right there. There's the door, and I'm just going to do a path down sideways, like that. Just a little bit of a path. Sweeping path like that, because it'll have some stitchery over it. Okay. It's pretty much good enough, I think. Don't want to make it too wet. Okay, so that's going to be the path. Now I want a bit of colour here and here for gardens and rambling flowers or roses or something. So I will put this aside, I think, and pick the old mop brush up. And I need, the colours I have here are like faded blue, apricot and pink. So I've got to sort of stay pretty much in that colour range. So let's see if I can find an apricot. Sort of an apricot colour. Apricot with a bit of... I think I need to put some pink with it. Oh, I don't know why that's not good. Okay, let's go again. So, because I didn't think that was very good. Okay, so then here, so just put some there. So that's just going to be underneath the bushes of flowers, so like that. Should I do some on this side? Maybe I should do one coming over towards the chimney on that side. Like that. A bit different. Okay. Oh! Alrighty. I think that's going to do it for that part of that. Now I want to do something with these. Let me bring that up closer, maybe that you can see it better. And of course it's wet now. Everything's wet except the cottage is not wet. But I did spray water on it and squished it around. And then of course you won't see these. These will be covered with stitchery, so, and maybe pieces of lace or something like that. So I'll put that there, and then I'm going to see what I can do with these. Okay, so I'll do one that's... I want to use the same, pretty much the same colours. Okay. See if I can just... God, I can't remember what colours I used to get. I want it to be a little bit darker because it'll be covered with some stitchery, but maybe with beads or something. So that... Oh gosh, that is pretty bright, isn't it? Hopefully that will dry lighter. I've got more of this lace. I don't have to be too squeamish about it. Okay. And I'll do a couple here that are the greens. And I have wet the this lace, or the motifs really. I wet them a little bit. I wet them earlier. They're sort of drying out. I had this little lace flower, which actually is off a bigger piece of lace, so I'll just go ahead and colour that a bit. Yay. Whoa! Boy, it takes the paint. My goodness. I hope professional painters aren't watching me. They're having a fit. Okay, although I guess I'm a bit of a professional. Okay, so then this one pretty much is painted. I did some of it earlier. Haven't put the water on yet, but I've got green and kind of a beige colour here. Green and beige, and I've got the little footpath already done. And I'm wanting to just put a little blue in the sky, I think. Just see if how that looks. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, I forgot to spray it. You can see how it goes with the acrylic underneath it. That's acrylic paint underneath. So it just, trying to give it a bit of a wash, it doesn't really work. Since they're supposed to be clouds or something, I think it'll work fine when it's dry. Now this tree could have a little colour. But don't forget, these will be stitched over, although the background will show through some of it. So I like that. And I want to put a little bit of shadow from that. Some shadow from the tree there. Okay, it gives some dimension. And this one, I don't know if you can see, this tree, which is kind of like a poplar, that needs, I'm going to have to put the shadow going the same way as that one. Okay, so I put a shadow going this way on this one. And then actually, poplar could have a little orange here. Just a little dab of orange. Okay, so that's that one painted up. Now that has to dry as well. Those are just inexpensive watercolors, but they are great for this kind of art. And this one is the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and put these, hang them on the clothesline actually, to dry. So I'll come back and show you more progress later. Thanks for watching.